Can you take a Grom off-road? We are about to find out. So I've been wanting to get this thing down a byway ever since I got it, and I haven't really found an appropriate one. I think this is probably it, so let's just get into it and find out whether you can take a Grom down a byway or not. Alright, let's go and check it out. In my head, right, I want to do lots of off-road and byway adventures. But the only way to find out whether you like it before you buy the bike that's supposed to be good at it is to do it. Should we rip? Oh shit, I'm going to slow it down a bit. I've never had an off-road bike and I've never gone green laning, but I do ride mountain bikes. Oh! Which is, in my head, kind of adjacent to it. Grom so far, front end feels very wishy-washy. I've got a really nice Protec shock on the back that's putting in work. The forks feel like shit, honestly. But they have done on the road as well. Oh shit. We've got front ABS on. I haven't pulled the fuse or anything. I'm just going to send it and find out. Oh man, this is really fun. The thing is with byways, like, it feels like you shouldn't really be on them. Here's a guy on a proper bike. Morning, mate. Morning. Morning. Two-stroke. Oh, I can't beat the sound. We rip. Instant rev limiter on the gravel. Oh, this is super fun. I don't know how long it stays like this for, but the Grom can certainly hang with this. I might have to consult the map because I'm not sure where we rejoin the byway. Right, gang. My sense of direction has bitten me once again, and I think I've missed the turn in for the byway. Ah, that's fucking it. I have got the worst sense of direction ever. Alright, let's go. Let's do some off-roading. We're back, I believe, on the byway. On the Fosse Way in particular, if you're curious. I mean, obviously the Grom's going to suck off-road, right? But there's some things about the Grom that make it kind of good for this. For a, like, really chill lane like this. I was advised by a friend, shout out George, to do a chill lane like this if I'm going to take the Grom. And, you know, it's such an approachable bike. It has a really low seat height and stuff. You can put your feet down whenever you want. You know, it's not like... I've ridden dirt bikes before and they can be pretty intimidating with how tall they are. I'm on the standard V-rubbers that are pretty worn out. They're actually due to be replaced. I know some people put knobbies on Groms. I mean, if I keep doing riding like this, I might be tempted. This is my kind of riding, I already know. This kind of cements the kind of bike that I want. I'm not going to get carried away because I will probably eat shit if I do. This is the place to be if you want to get away from people. You need to stop getting carried away. See, I'm not really a huge, like, kind of group rides guy. Like, I don't really, apart from, like, my mates and stuff, I'm not really one to go on, like, group rides and stuff. I quite like just being alone with my thoughts on my bike. And I think, you know, this kind of riding, although, you know, I know it's obviously a much safer idea to come with some friends. But like chill tracks like this is so fun, and it's nice that there's not loads of people around. Keep like trying to think about the kind of bikes that I want, but sometimes I feel like I'm kind of selling myself the idea of a bike instead of, like, you know, being realistic about what I would use it for. We're going up here on the Grom. Nice. Oh, it's a little bit more technical here for the Grom. Let's do it. Easy. I think this route gets progressively harder, so we're probably going to have to turn around at some stage. This is the gnarliest bit I've encountered. The Grom doesn't have a lot of ground clearance, and I've just got the standard road tyres, so I need to make sure I don't get stuck. But the beauty of the Grom is that it's so lightweight. If I have to push it up something, I'll probably be able to push it up something. If I have to lift it over something, I can probably lift it over something. This is fun. The front end's very twitchy. There's not an ounce of front end grip. There's not an ounce of any grip really, but this is cool. Look how pretty it is, man. I am having a good time. Oh man, this is where the fun is on UK roads. Now you don't even have to pay to go on these byways. How sick is this? So if you're not from the UK, byways are basically like ancient old roads that exist in the UK. So they've still got like a right of access to them. Some of them anyway. I know, like, they're always a bit contentious, I think, with locals and stuff. But yeah, at the moment, at this point in history, we're allowed to use them. So it's what people use to go off-roading on. So they take their 4x4s, dirt bikes, all kinds of stuff. It's like our recreational land. The roads are so heavily policed and stuff, it's nice to not feel like I've got Big Brother looking at me. Yeah, this is so fun. I think the aim of the game for me today is to just not ride like a penis so I don't get stuck. Do you reckon I can get up that? Easy, dude. Friggin' easy. And what's this down here? This is kind of technical. This is so fun. That's a bit boggy, I don't want to get in that bit. I'll go down this bit though. Ha! Made it to the ford. So I think that bit is for bikes only. Let's keep going, shall we? This is so fun. A bit rocky here. And leafy too. Oh, look at this. Look how beautiful it is here. If I need to waddle some bits, I'll just do that, you know. I don't have any off-road experience on motorbikes. Although, to be fair, just from riding mountain bikes and stuff, I feel pretty comfortable. Another, like, rocky section. Let's see how the suspension of the Grom handles this. Oh. Spinning the tyre, all 10 horsepower of it. I am having the time of my life right now. So I was hoping with off-road riding that it combines like everything that I love about mountain biking, but none of like the physical fatigue. Well, obviously there's going to be physical fatigue, but less of the physical fatigue. Being able to use an engine to my advantage, being able to explore these byways is awesome. This is so fun. I honestly am surprised at how much fun I'm having. This 100% cements my next bike. I'm trying not to get carried away on these open sections because every time I do that, I'm caught out by a big dip or loads of gravel or like something that's going to catch me out. So I'm going to keep it nice and chill pace. Just trundle along. Crossing a road now. Does it go straight back onto the byway again? Yes, it does. This is just in time actually because True Tension just sent me a load of cleaning stuff and I haven't been able to make a video using their products because my bike hasn't been dirty. So this is a good opportunity to get dirty. What we've got here, a bit of mud, that'll do. I fear I'm getting a bit cocky. Lots of doo-doo. There's a horse there. Hello, horse. My tyres are completely toast as well. Well, the rear one especially. But man, this is so fun. I can feel my soul being cleansed. Obviously all byways are going to vary in their severity of obstacles and stuff like that, but a chill one like this, a little bike like this, any bike could get down here. You get down here on a sports bike if you're determined enough. 25 miles an hour has never felt so fast. I can honestly say I'm sold. This is so fun. It's exactly the combination what I thought it was. Combines two of my favourite hobbies that are kind of adjacent to each other, to be honest. Gotta be careful because I can't really slow down if I need to because I've got no grip. So my momentum is fine if I don't have to stop. But the moment I have to stop, I'm in trouble, really. Because a fistful of front brake's going to see me go down. Oh, big bottom out there. So I found the limits of the suspension. There's big divots and stuff like that. I can feel the fork bottoming out, as well as the shock. And I've got a nice uprated shock on the back. You know what? So far, the Grom on this track feels completely competent. If it had a set of knobbies on it, I think it would be fucking awesome. You'd be blasting along here. Maybe not blasting, because those big dips are where I'm feeling the shortcomings of the suspension, because it doesn't really have any. It doesn't have much in the way of travel. That feeling of the back end getting squirrely is so fun. This is the perfect kind of off-roading for the Grom. There's a deer, holy mackerel. That was so cool. Wonder if I can try not to scare him. Use gravity to get down this bit. Might see him again. Last time I saw a deer, it almost ended my life. This one, he seems like a friend, not a foe. Where'd you go, bud? I think he's gone. Sorry for disturbing your peace. The Grom is hacking this. No sweat. As long as you don't want to brake or steer, it's fine. Hey up. He probably thinks I'm a bit silly. Is that where we go? That can't be right. Should we go and check it out? No way, dude. That's so overgrown. I don't know how much more time I can spend messing about on byways. I reckon we should wrap it up there, gang. So, the Grom can definitely handle a very light byway, but the real question that I wanted to answer today was, do I like riding byways? And I can tell, you know, I kind of already knew that I was going to have a good time. This is amazing fun. It combines like all the things that I like. So, I think this cements the fact that the next bike I get needs to be off-road capable. So I've learned what I wanted to learn. I'm going to keep riding byways. I'm going to keep shredding this one. And thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys in the next one. What do you want to see me do on the Grom next? And what bike shall I get next? Leave down in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you. I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Woohoo!